Hi, this is Naomi with Sword and Steel, and today we are going to be checking out the Malcador heavy tank for Warhammer Horus Heresy, fully assembled and magnetized. So I'm going to be showing you not only the fully assembled sculpt of the tank, but all of the magnetization options for this as well, so you can decide whether you want to go ahead and do that, or whether you want to just build it one particular way. And at the very end, I'm going to go over the datasheet for Warhammer 40,000 for the Malcador and the Malcador Annihilator, just for a little fun look at what it would be like to play it in 40k. Now, though this does say it's a Warhammer Heresy tank, you can also play this in Astra Militarum for Warhammer 40,000, specifically the Malcador and the Malcador Annihilator, as the Defender and the Infernus are two separate tanks. I'm sure you'd be able to proxy if you really wanted to. So make certain if you are doing it for 40k or for Horus Heresy, you pay attention to how you want to build it. Or you could just magnetize every single option like I did here. For those who would like to see a size comparison, here is a Space Marine Rhino painted in the White Scars color scheme to show that the Malcador is quite a size larger. Not as big as a Imperial Guard Baneblade or anything like that, thinner for sure, but quite a size larger. So, to magnetize the pintle weapons, I had to cut away a bottom square of plastic from each of them because the square wasn't thick enough to encase a magnet. So I entirely replaced the square with a magnet. It may stick out a little now in appearance, but when everything is painted, you will not notice it, I assure you. Or you could just use square magnets. They do exist out there. I have left the top of the tank unglued, so I may magnetize this top in the future as well. Probably 2 sticks of sprues hanging from the roof that will connect magnets to the magnets I've already placed inside the tank for the optional flare shield and the optional hunter killer missile. With respect to the hunter killer missile, since this weapon has a one-time use in a battle, it would be nice to magnetize it whether you intend to bring it to battle every time or not, just so you can take it off during the battle as a physical reminder that it was used and cannot be used again. I did make certain that the magnet's polarization lined up so I could put the flare shield on whichever side I wanted. Now, for the main gun, for which there are 3 different options to choose from, they are completely separate pieces. So if you keep these sections that clamp around the gun unglued, then you can easily switch out between the 3 different options without fuss. You will also have to keep the roof off like I did as well, unless you want to do some serious sawing, which there are hobby saws for that, should you want to go that route. Now, the hull mounted gun on front and the 2 side sponson guns all use the same 5 different guns, for which there are 2 of each, with the exception of the Demolisher cannon on the front, which is only mounted on the front. Thankfully, the Demolisher cannon is a whole separate piece, so with a magnet inside the tank and a magnet on the mantle, it will call it, for the Demolisher gun, placed there by covering the hole with a piece of plastic before adding the magnet, and a magnet in the mantlet of the various guns, and a magnet inside the side sponson locations. You can switch out all of the guns however you like. It takes a lot of drilling, using a 3mm drill bit for the 3mm magnets with a 1mm thickness, but once done, as long as you chose the same polarization for every gun and the opposite polarization for front hulls and side sponson locations, you'll be able to swap all of your various guns out with ease. And then lastly, there is an optional dozer blade, and again, you're going to want to put the magnets inside the tank, and then there's space inside the dozer blade's attachment to put 2 magnets as well. There are a few extra pieces, like there are 2 of these smoke launchers, and there is an option for a commander. He has 2 different head options and a couple different ways that you can build him. The hatch opens up and you can put the tank commander in there. I decided not to do it. There are a couple pieces that you'll find that don't actually belong to this tank. The sprue that has the commander on it might just be for more than one tank variant, I'm assuming. And that's it. Before I end this video, I actually want to go over the stats for the Malcador in 40k, But before that, I want to thank the patrons and the YouTube members that allow me to keep going with this and buy the absurd amount of various things that you're going to see in the future. So I hope you enjoy that, and thank you very much for being a patron. And if you are not a patron and would like to possibly help out the channel, check out the description for how you might be able to do that either one time or on a monthly basis. Thank you very much if you can do anything. Okay, let's just check out these stats, shall we? 10-inch movement, and down right below is the Malcador Annihilator, the other version that you can have. And the big difference between these two really is because the stat line over here is the same: 10-inch movement, 11 toughness, 2 plus save, 18 wounds, 7 leadership, and 5 objective control. The main line is their ability. The Malcador, each time a ranged attack targets this model, worsen the armor pen characteristic of that attack by 1, which is lovely because he's going to be harder to get through anyway with that 2 plus save. You're going to just need some big guns to get through, and the big guns, which would wound on 3, now wounds on 4s. So yeah, that's great. And then the Malcador Annihilator, on the other hand, says range weapons equipped by this model have ignores cover ability while targeting an enemy unit within half range, which is nice because of the Demolisher cannon on this fellow, who has a 24-inch range. This one does not have the big Demolisher cannon on the front hull. You want to get closer within 24 inches, so it'd be easier for these bigger guys to have a half range. And the Annihilator has the Demolisher cannon, 2 heavy bolters, the Malcador twin las cannon, which you cannot switch out. So it's very specifically the Malcador twin las cannon for this one. And then its side sponsons can have either 2 heavy bolters, 2 auto cannons, or 2 las cannons. Can be equipped with a hunter killer missile. Flare shield just seems to be for the Horus Heresy version. And then its pintle can have 1 heavy stepper or 1 storm bolter. I think there was also for the Horus Heresy a flamer version that's not available for the Malcador Annihilator. And this Malcador has 2 autocannons, a heavy bolter, the Malcador battle cannon, and armor tracks. Neither one of them has the dozer blade, so that would just be for looks, or you could just keep it off for when you're using it for 40k. But yeah, it looks super fun to play with. I don't know. So this one is like more aggressive because it has all of these shots. The Malcador Twins las cannon only has 1 shot. 50, kind of like a 50% chance to get because it's a 4+ ballistic skill, and then a 12 strength on its weapon, but it's twin linked, so close on 50% chance to get it shot. But it also has the Demolisher cannon, which has a lot of shots for 24-inch range and a 14 strength with d6 damage each. That's great. Really nasty if you're taking out things that, well, I don't know, it seems a bit of a waste if you're blasting little dudes with a d6 damage, but I mean, you could. It does. He doesn't want to get into combat with things though, because his blast weapon would be turned off. That would be sad. But the Malcador is one that seems like you want to stand it back, keep it back at the 40-inch, 48-inch, and 36-inch range. Which one I would play out? This is a pain in the butt, just taking things out slowly but surely. This one is aggressive pain in the butt. This one's 270 points at the moment of the video, and this is 250 points at the moment of the video. I'm not certain which one I would play. I think I would try both and see which one I like. I like the fact that this is just hard to deal with, and you just are, plugging at something over and over again. I think I would go with las cannons. It has the option for up to 3 las cannons. You only get 2, like I mentioned. But I imagine you can find a las cannon to stick on there somewhere. But I would at least use 2 las cannons just to help out with the Malcador battle cannon if I'm holding it back. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll stick on an auto cannon as well. So I stick to the 48-inch, sit on my deployment zones objective, and shoot. Is how I would use that one. And but the Malcador Annihilator, I'd be going forward. Just so I'm within that 24-inch range to be shooting at things maybe mid-battle. That's how I would use them. You let me know what you think. I like that they both have smoke. That makes it even more difficult to take them down. So cool. Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching. Make certain to like if you enjoyed the video at all. Make certain to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I will catch you in the next video. Oh, and of course, make certain if you had any questions about this, let me know in the comments below so I can answer them. Okay, bye!